Hey, what's going on? I had a person ask me the other day about if they're getting into DPS, what's a good setup to run, what kind of gear they should run, weapons. And I know I mentioned something about it on a few videos back, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a video about if you're getting into DPS, here's what I think is the best way to get into it. First of all, you're gonna start off with a spear and a great axe. Spear, it's one of the easiest things to learn. It's one of the highest, I think, top three highest DPS weapons in the game. It's probably the most common DPS weapon to use in the game. You can get accepted into any dungeon with a spear, plus the great axe. People love being able to group the enemies together with the great axe, and with the enfeebling maelstrom. You know, that's what you want to get into. But let me go over real quick on the spear. All right. What you're gonna want to run is, if you can find one in the store, one with enfeebling skewer. That way it weakens the enemy 47% for 8 seconds. That's huge. A lot of people that start up dungeons, they want at least one spear main to have that on their spear. You don't need, you know, 2 or 3 people with it on there, but at least one person. And so you can definitely hit the soldiers with it in Gen because they hit so dang hard. Vicious is really good to have because it does extra critical damage, and if you're DPS, you're always usually hitting from the back, so you're doing critical damage. And getting into DPS, you might want life stealing on your weapon. That's just, you don't want that eventually as you get better and better, but as you're learning the mechanics, the enemy moves, and how everything flows through a dungeon, you're gonna want to probably have some extra life steal, and also have that on my ring. Leeching, thrust damage, because spear does thrust damage, and then hardy for the extra stamina. So I'm going to be getting a good amount of health back if I end up making mistakes. Now you can put leeching cyclone on your gear, one of your clothing sets, and that will help out if you run cyclone. But what I would recommend as far as spear, all right, this is how I would spec out the spear if I was just getting started. You're going to have the skewer, so you can apply the weakening with the enfeebling skewer perk on your weapon. And then that's going to help lower the damage that the enemy's doing. It does increase damage against targets that have full health. And you're also going to gain empower. So you're going to be doing more damage, 20% more damage for 10 seconds, which is big. Then you're going to want perforate. And that's going to apply rend and weakening as you click these dots below. And that is huge. Now, if there's another spear in the group and they're running this same thing, what you could do is not select this dot, not select this dot, and just have that, so that way it stacks. But if you both are fully kitted all the way down the tree, then it will not stack. So that's something to keep in mind. But if you're new starting out, don't even worry about it. Bleeding sweep or sweep is going to knock down the target. It's going to be good for crowd control slash what they call CC. And now you have grit, which means your ability cannot be interrupted if you get hit. And then you slam down doing a big attack, which is also thrust damage. Make sure you select that, so when you knock them down, you're doing 25% more damage. And critical chance increased by 10% when attacking targets at least 3 meters away. Let's see, let's go over all this stuff. Light attacks have 5% increased critical chance. In Gen, there's a lot of enemies that get grit, which means they light up white, which means you can't interrupt you can sweep them, but they're not going to fall down because they have grit. So you're doing extra 20% damage when you hit them. And critical hits extend the duration of your spear debuffs, with your weakenings and your rend. And critical chance increased by 15% when attacking a bleeding target. And first successful hit. So right here, if you do an ability, like I always start off with the skewer and then dodge and then hit perforate, dodge and then hit sweep. Every time you do the dodge and the ability, a dodge and ability, you're gonna get your cooldowns way faster. So you don't really need refreshing move on a spear. If you're starting off and you're trying to get mechanics, you can add that if you want, take off life stealing, but you don't need it on a spear. And I'll demonstrate that as we go. 15% increased damage, targets with less than 30% health. Spear cooldowns reduced by 10% on the second hit of a light attack chain. So light attack, it's reduced down 10%. So another reason you don't need refresh move on a spear. I would start off with that and see how it works for you. And then we're going to go great axe. Had some audio issues, so I'm going to do a voiceover, but Right here is the maelstrom that I'm showing you, so that's gonna weaken the group of enemies. The gravity well on the far right, which is gonna help group them up real tight, and the reap on the far left is for pulling any enemies that are outside of the group that you want to get closer. So you usually start off with the gravity well, then the maelstrom, and reap any enemies that are outside to bring them in and do some DPS. Let's go over the gear. You don't have to have anything fancy. Know what the dungeon is. So if we look at Gen, you got ice damage. So what's going to happen is the storm is going to happen whenever you get close to the enemies. It's ice, it slows you, it roots you, which means you're stuck in place. So having purified toast on the earrings is important. And any freedom gear that you can put on is great because it'll get you unstuck from the root quicker. So freedom, enchanted ward, health, which is really good for this dungeon. Frost conditioning, a lot of times I run great sword, so relentless freedom will get me out of the root. The enchanted ward, frost conditioning, health. You don't have to have frost conditioning. I had a couple pieces on there, just figured I'd run it. Enchanted health, frost conditioning, ending thaw, and not really that great of a piece. You don't need the greatest of piece, just learn the dungeon. Enchanted ward, refreshing and health, good to go. Of course, I got the weapon here, which is Dex, enfeebling skewer, vicious life stealing. We already went over this. Vicious, refresh move don't even matter on this because you're just using the abilities and getting right back on the spear. You're basically, as a DPS, going to have one main weapon that you're doing damage with. The other one is a support weapon. Don't go in there with two weapons. I see a lot of people, I mean, you can go with, they'll have spear and they'll have greatsword. And they'll pull the greatsword out a lot of times to do damage on big enemies for the stamina damage to help get them knocked faster, and then they'll go back to the spear. But great swords, slash damage, spears, thrust damage. If you have thrust ring, you're going to be doing more with thrust ring. So try to stick on that as much as you can. Rending vines is what I go with in Gen. Sometimes the archers, man, they love to jump around and jump back. I like to stick them in place, or if I get in trouble with the enemies hitting me down pretty hard, I can hit that, roll away, get a chance to health potion, let the tank re-aggro or whatever the case may be. Also, always in Gen, carry some blight potions. You don't have to have anything fancy, just in case you get stuck in the blight longer than you thought, or you're getting the gatherables that are in the blight and somehow you ended up catching the blight. Hit that, boom, you're good to go. Make sure you have the right health potions, infused regeneration potions. Also, if you have purifying toast on your earring right here, when you drink a regeneration potion, lose 1 debuff, which means you will get unrooted. So in the ice, and when you kill enemies, a lot of times you could be rooted. You'll see that purple stuff on the ground underneath your feet. Take that potion and boom, it goes away. You can start moving again. Amulet, you gotta have frozen protection. Mainly as DPS, you would want frozen protection, empowered, and health, not refreshing, but it's what I have to go with. And then this earring's not that good, but it's the only one I have that has purified toast, so I'm gonna have to find one better than that soon. Make sure you put cut pristine gems in your clothing. Don't go cheap with opals and all that trash, okay? Just pay it. You'll earn it for the dungeons you run. I think you get over 1,000 gold every dungeon you run anyway, so don't be cheap. Just get them and put them in there. But we have the most protection. You're not a liability. I usually carry extra diamonds and opals in case people forget to put them in their weapons. And I also like to carry extra gems of the mutation type. So it's frost. So I like to carry extra with me. In case people get in there, they're running different dungeons and they forgot to bring a couple of these, I can sell them. So we don't have to back out and waste a run. Always take an extra heart rune with me in case I need to switch. Also, same thing with weapons. If we have 3 spears, I mean, that's a lot of spears. It would be nice to break it up with a great sword or a hatchet. If we need hammer for crowd control because no one's running a hammer, we got an extra hammer I could throw on there. So as far as you're getting into DPS and you're going to be running regular dungeon, the mutation 1, maybe 2 as you get going. So powerful anger earth ward potion is a must, starting off. And then you could take in the powerful anger earth coating. At least do those. Don't go down to the cheaper ones yet, because you're probably not going to be putting down DPS that fast. So you at least want more damage. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So at least take the powerful ward and coatings with you, because your DPS is probably going to be slow as you're figuring out the mechanics. That way you're doing at least good damage when you're hitting, and You know, always take infused with you and the strong honing stone and the powerful, just in case there's a lack of DPS from the other DPS. Make sure you have you can check your bio and make sure you have your trophies up for Angry Earth. The basic ones, which are the blue ones, they are about 500 gold each right now. The majors are 6,000 gold. You'll be just fine with the blue ones. Don't worry about buying the extra ones. You don't need them. So unless you're trying to speed run and get the ultimate damage, you don't need those. All right, what else? Attribute bonus food. So what I would do is take, if you want to spec into Dex, you could take extra Dex food. The banana pudding, the banana bread, and the banana parfait is what I would go with. If you want to go cheaper, you can go bacon wrapped scallops. But what this is going to do is give you 48 extra Dex, or the strength one will be 48 extra strength. And then you can take some con food in there in case you feel like you need more con. Now I'm going to have you spec out at 100 con, which should be more than enough. But, you know, take extra stuff in there just in case you need it. I love this. The Desert Sunrise gives you a good amount of protection from the dots, so the ice dots that are going to be on you. Excuse me. And that's what I would run. You can also run the powerful incense if you want. Another thing with the gear, always have, starting off, I'm not going to get into artifacts and things like that, but have light on everything but the chest. Okay, so light head, light hands, light pants, and light feet, medium chest. And that's going to bring you right here, right before the cap of light, where if you put anything else on that's heavier, you're going to go into medium. Always DPS in light, don't be DPS in medium or heavy. Unless you just really feel like you need a DPS in medium to get used to things. Start off with this and work your way down, okay, as far as the con. Now, with the featherweight, chest piece, and all that other stuff, I can make a different video on that and get into that, so you can have more health and more protection. But as far as this is what I want you to start out running, and then we're gonna jump into, I'll take food real quick. I'll take the cheaper one, the bacon wrapped scallops, which give you 24 strength and 16 dex. And I'll spec how I think you should spec starting out. All right, that's how I want you to spec out as far as your attributes for the spear and great axe combo. 200 strength, 279 dex, 25 int for the extra 5% damage increase to backstabs and random critical hits, and 100 con. So you're gonna get health consumables are 10% stronger, 10% more armor when you're above 50% health, and increase max health by 10%. Okay, that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna sign up. And also don't forget to get your faction missions. All right, it's starting, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get up in now. All right, first thing I want to do is actually set my role. Confirm, escape. I have my role up there in group chat, so you can say what's up. What's up? Can't see nothing because my camera's in the way. Now I already taken my food. Let me take my dot damage prevention here. Let me take my strong honing stone. Let me take my powerful ward pot. Make sure I have my weapon out. And you don't have to slot it and use it. You can just click it, use, and you'll see at the bottom I have my coating on. Same thing with this. Use, and we are good to go. Make sure our stats are right, nothing changed. Sweet. Let's see what we do here. Always follow the tank. And here in Genesis, a lot of DPS, especially in the lower level mutations, no one wants to go get the seed and be the light bearer. I'm gonna do that because I'm that guy. Yo, anybody getting the seed, or do I need to do that? It's good to communicate. And I can't see because my camera's in the way. I'm gonna skip that and go ahead and go get the seed. You gotta wait for this archer, because if you go down there right now and he sees you, you'll aggro him. But this seed is gonna open that door. So you'll wait until he turns, and then you'll go down, stay close to the wall. Now you can wait here for a second so you get the haste if you have it on your mining tool, because they're gonna be fighting up there. Oh, they're already getting close to being done, so opens that door. Stay close to the wall so you don't aggro the little minions. Nice, I stayed away from the soldiers, no need to pull them. Alright, we're here. Make sure that guy ain't pulling them. Now don't be the DPS that throws a hatchet and aggroes the guy to you. Let the tank do his thing. Because some tanks want the tank down there and do their own thing. Some tanks want it pulled. Just chill, relax. Unless you're playing with your own group and you just, you know, want to do your thing. I come in, Maelstrom, weaken them a little bit. Then I hit him with the, oh, where it's silent, so I can't use my ability. Now I can. Watch for his big slam. Try to time your dodge. But we're still doing pretty good damage. 5,000 a hit. Nothing wrong with that. Get my empower going again. Right before the silence hit. Oh, big slam. On a 3, that probably would have put me down, but we were hitting pretty good. Big slam. So you can still do good damage with 100 con. You don't need to go 5 yet. Just learn it. Tank did a great job pulling him out of the blight that's in the middle right there. I'll let the tank go first. Some tanks want to pull the archer up. Some tanks will just go down. There's also 2 gatherables here, which I'll probably be in charge of. Make sure you grab that one too. I'll get the gatherables. Come on, get them. All right, now that you got them, I'll do the work that, you know, a lot of people don't want to do. I can sit there and go ahead and show you all that, but I'll have plenty of time to do all that. A lot of DPS don't do this, and this is what they need to do. Come on, get past it. Come on, we're supposed to be fighting up here, guys. Put them on their butts. Kill this ice crystal so we're not frozen in place. Should just carry them with us. What are we doing? Oh, sweep, you missed. And also, Anger Earth is more susceptible to slash damage, so you will get whites sometimes with the thrust and the spear. Watch out for that ability. Try to dodge at the perfect time here. That'll give me some aggro, but it's alright. We'll deal with it. Sweep, get him on his butt. Put my Rending Vine down so it freezes everybody in. Whoa! Don't go flying past. He's about to slam. Sweet. Now, since I got the rock down there, I'm going to come over here and grab this. Purify the Concentrated Blight. So when all the small guys die, you can actually do that, even if the boss is still alive. Now we'll kill this guy first before I plant. Gotta watch out for the big slam on this guy. See how he gridded right there so my sweep didn't do anything? But those guys you want to try to put on their butts because when they slam, it hurts. Alright, I'm trying to watch here, gauge it, get them all together, make them a little weaker. Slam, I rolled, which dodged it. Another slam, roll, dodge. Or you can hold block, but there's the archer. And then the second soldier is going to be coming from my right. No. Oh, big slam. Should be going for the archer right now while the tank's holding this guy, actually. Oof. Good, he's dead. Ooh, roll just in time on that one. Might catch aggro on this guy. We've been hitting him for a while without him. Okay, he's dead. There we go. Just need the archer. Right. I'll get this, my dude. Cut through here, get the soldier and get the gatherable. See what move he's doing here before you engage. Put him on his ass, never mind. Not gonna hurt much, so. Right shoulder on this tree. Usually in the lower levels, there's always someone that pulls the soldier and the mobs back there. So I like to tell them to put the shoulder on the tree, but they don't listen. Oh shit. Maybe it was me that didn't listen. Holy shit. Oof. Big slam, baby. Now, if you get the guy that rolls early like this, you'll have to watch out for him throwing a big spike at you. Basically, put on your best farming gear when you're doing it like this, baby. Make that money. All right, which way is he fade? Oh, he's down. Let's go. You'll skip this guy because he don't matter. Stay to the left. I'll let Tank go first. I'm gonna grab this over here. Make sure I'm not getting arrows rained down on me. Oh, someone pulled that big guy. Wait till he gets here. Maelstrom them all. Watch out for the arrows. Well, you always got to teabag the guy on the ground. Then someone can pick him up. Gotta initiate him right, baby. Can see what y'all are saying.
Yes.
If you stay on the back right leg, you'll miss the big slam down that he does. Or his hits. Stay on his back right leg as best you can. It's all in. They should be where I'm at. Ooh, that's a big hit. Bleeding or sweep is not the greatest to do against this guy. Wow. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh. Dude, where's Oblivion down? If the healer's not putting down Oblivion, some definite loss we're losing. There we go. Always try to stay on that backside. Oh, he comes up quick now. Watch out to see where he's going. Right to me. Try to stay out of the blight as much as you can. Take a potion if you need. About to come up. Let's go. Try to put those vines down in time to stop the enemies from rushing in. I always like to grab the light from this other side. But you're gonna need to open that anyways. Whoa. Alright, pull them. Now there's a guy back here. It's hard to see. And then pull that one too. Easy. He wasn't moving nowhere. Make sure you get your loot. I'll grab the light. The not so secret boss, or are we going straight ahead? I guess we're going straight ahead. Sweet. There's a boss sometimes people like to do going that way, back the way we came in. We will drop a bag, but don't need to do it. Stay to the right here so you don't aggro the big guy. Oh, someone did it. As long as he don't slam on me, we good. What the? You want to go that way? They're right if you like boys. Wow. I ended up having some lag issues right here. So go up, go across the bridge and fall down on the other side. And here we go. I don't want to get too close. That's where you cheerlead from the side. Y'all are doing great. Get close when that guy's almost dead. Dang, dude, he's dodging, bro. It's like PvP out here. Alright. Gotta pull him better than that. Just don't want him throwing that spike at me. Alright, stay over there, tank. Oh, perfect timing. Won't aggro the archer. Put that in, get going. Don't kill him till I get my gold bag, I need it. Yeah, I'm pulling me too. Now we can take out the archer. Archer on left. Alright, this side you want to stay to the left first. Fight the archer. The tank should go on the right side right here, so when he aggroes, the archer always jumps backwards. So perfect. Oh shit. Here, let me try to reap him out here. There, get him out of that silence. Alright, now, hey healer, shoot that big guy. And then run to the shrine. I got the two gatherable.
Good, trying to heal you.
Oof. So I'm gonna do it just because they're not doing it though, but you always want to run to the shrine first. Alright, you don't want to fight this guy over here because if someone already has down and they get knocked, it's gonna go all the way to the beginning of the... Oh shit. No, they'll learn. I got the two gatherbles, we're good. Now you could put out a hatchet for this last part if you wanted to, if you have Defy Death on, so that way you can stay through her blast, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay with the spear and great axe. We'll finish this out, and that'll be the conclusion of this video. It needs going on right now too, so I'll make a video on that also. And maybe I'll switch it up a little bit and go great sword on that video, you know? Get comfortable here. Let the tank get ag. See how I'm rolling before an ability. You don't have to, but you will get your stuff faster. You gotta be careful when she gets ready to go underground that you're not in the middle of that sweep. They were gridded, so they didn't move. Always hold block here, try to get in a small circle so it goes faster. Get in a tight circle, it'll go faster. Oh. Watch out where the tank's gonna be. Simple as that. Watch out. You never know when she might pop up right on you, so don't be swinging too fast too soon. Everybody come get by this if you want. That way we don't have to go far. You want her right here, so that way you don't got to go far for the ball. And that way you can do extra damage when she comes up, like right now. And you can just go right around the ball. If it's far away, I mean, it's extra damage you're not doing. Then you got to go. Now, don't do an ability here until you know where the tank's going to be at, because I've died plenty doing that. Just trying to get right into it. What's up? Big slam. Great stuff, everybody. Hell yeah.
GG's.
That's how we do it. Great tanking, great healing, all that stuff. Good DPS, man. That was simple. And you just base your, con on that. I would still say stay at 100 con, get used to that, run that a bunch, and then go, because you won't get as good a tank or healer like that every time. And so you might be left on your own for a while. Need a snooze. Oh, I lost one gatherable. Oh, Brad, where was that? But, and then step up to it too and see how that is. It's a good jump to 2. So I don't think you're going to go in and just fly through it like this. You might struggle a bit. And then if you find yourself doing that pretty easy over and over, then go to, a 3. But good luck, man. And then you just base your stats upon that. The better you get, the lower con you want to go. And yeah, you're going to get knocked. That's fine. But you're going to be doing hella damage too. So it's a matter of staying on your feet. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If this helped in any way, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.